I still remember that night very clearly. It was cold, darker than usual, and a little frightening. It was my first day in a new city, my first day at a new job, and honestly, I felt completely alone. That evening, I was standing on a train platform. The wind was strong. It touched my face and made my hands cold. I was wearing a long gray coat, but it was not enough. I looked at the clock. 9:47 p.m. That was the time of the last train. If I missed it, I would have to wait until morning, and I was too tired to wait. That morning, I had arrived in the city with one small suitcase and a big dream. I told everyone I was brave. I told my mother I was ready. But that night, I was not so sure. The train was late. At first, I tried to stay calm. 5 minutes is nothing, I told myself. But 5 minutes became 10, and 10 became 15. The platform slowly became empty. There was an old man sitting on a bench, reading a newspaper. There was a young boy eating chocolate near a vending machine. And then, one by one, they started to leave. I checked my phone. No messages. I suddenly thought about my mother. A week before moving, she had looked at me with worried eyes. "Are you sure?" she asked. "It will be hard." And I said confidently, "Yes, Mom, I need this." But on that platform, in the cold wind, I felt very small. The digital board changed. 9:47 became 10:15. I felt my heart sink. 30 more minutes? I whispered. I was afraid. Not of the dark, not of the storm. I was afraid of failing. It was only my first day at work, and everything already felt difficult. New rules, new faces, new expectations. What if I was not good enough? The rain started slowly, soft drops at first, then stronger. The old man folded his newspaper and looked at me. "Storms test patience," he said calmly. I gave a weak smile. "I don't like storms," I answered. He stood up and came a little closer. "First days are always heavy," he said, "but heavy days build strong people." I remember looking at his face. He had kind eyes, the kind of eyes that make you feel safe. "You sound like a teacher," I said. He laughed softly. "I was," he replied. Lightning flashed across the sky. For a second, everything became bright white, then dark again. I felt something inside me break a little. "What if I made a mistake?" I asked him quietly. "What if I'm not ready for this city?" He looked at me and said something I will never forget. "No one is ready," he said. "We become ready. We become ready." I repeated those words in my mind. The storm became stronger. The platform was almost empty now. I thought about quitting. Yes, I really did. I imagined calling my mother. I imagined saying, "You were right." And honestly, that felt easier. Suddenly, I felt a vibration under my feet, a low sound in the distance. The old man smiled. "Listen," he said. I held my breath. 2 small lights appeared far away, moving through the rain. The train. In that moment, I felt something change inside me. Relief, hope, strength. The train stopped in front of us. The doors opened. I turned to thank the old man, but he was already walking toward another door. I stepped inside. The train was warm, quiet, safe. I sat by the window and watched the rain fall on the glass. I saw the old man standing outside. He raised his hand slowly. I waved back. Then the train started moving. As we left the platform, I looked at my reflection in the window. I looked tired, but I also looked stronger. My phone vibrated. A message from my mother. "How was your first day?" I smiled. I typed slowly. "It was difficult, but I think I will be okay." Then I paused, and I added, "I'm not ready yet, but I'm becoming ready." When I sent that message, I felt proud. That night, something important changed inside me. Not because the train came, not because the storm ended, but because I stayed. I didn't run. I didn't quit. And now, when I think about that night, I understand something. Courage is not loud. It is quiet. It stands on a cold platform. It waits in the rain, and it chooses not to give up. That was the night I almost gave up, but I didn't, and that made all the difference.